As a chef and a nutritionist, I often get asked, why do you think our nation is so sick? My answer, what do we do every day? We eat food. I live with illness and have used food to help me get well and feel better. So my goal here is to teach you to do the same. Eating healthfully does not have to be about Birkenstocks and dreadlocks. So chew on this. Hi everybody, welcome to Chew on This. This is our first episode, and I have a very special guest with me today.
Hi.
This is my son, Jack Deck. Hi, Jack.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. So today's topic, we're going to talk about the health of the children in our nation, something that's very dear to my heart, because not only is Jack my son, but there's also a little bugger that we have named Hunter, who's 3, right?
Yeah.
And we try to keep everybody in our family healthy. We do the best we can, and we're here to try to help you do the same. So Jack, we have some questions for Jack today. Can you tell me what eating healthy means to you?
It means that healthy means healthy is good for you. It's like cheddar bunnies are good for you, and candy's not good for you, really.
Right. But what kind of foods do we try to focus on in the house? Like fruits?
Fruits,
Vegetables, maybe?
vegetables.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We do some healthy snack foods too.
Yeah.
So how do you learn so much about food?
Well, my mom went to culinary school.
I did, right?
Uh-huh.
I studied it for a really long time, right?
Yeah.
I studied food, right? I went to culinary school, and then I went on to school for nutrition,
Yep.
right? So I know a lot, right?
Yeah.
Right. But not everybody does.
Not everybody.
Right. So we're here to kind of give them some ideas on how to get healthy, right? And how to help their kids get healthy?
Yep.
Okay. So what I want to ask you is, how do you think parents can learn?
They could learn by maybe a TV show.
That's a great idea. But maybe reading some good stuff?
Reading like cookbooks that are healthy.
Right. But the important thing is that we show people how to do it.
Show people.
Right? Which is what we're here to do today.
Yeah.
So do you think that you could maybe tell me why you enjoy eating healthy?
I enjoy eating healthy because my mom taught me to eat healthy.
Does it make you feel good or does it make you feel bad?
Good.
It makes you feel good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happens when you know what? Didn't you go to a birthday party the other night?
Yep.
And what happened?
Well, I went to my friend's birthday party. It was an ice skating party. And I said to my dad, it was me and my dad, we went. It was on Saturday night. So, and then when I ate the cake, it hurt my tummy because it had gluten in it.
Well, you ate. Let's tell everybody what you had before the cake.
I ate 2 pieces of pizza.
Right. So the 2 pieces of pizza plus the cake didn't make you feel that good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But you knew you didn't feel good, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think you know that?
Well,
Why do you think you know that you don't feel good?
I know I don't feel well. Like, I know when I don't feel well because I feel well whenever I eat good food, but when I eat like pizza and cake, it sometimes hurts my tummy when I eat too much of that.
Right. That's the point right there. Too much. It's okay to have a little of all that stuff.
But not a lot.
But if you have a lot, you don't feel well.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So what mommies and daddies need to do is they need to make sure that their children's heads are connected to their tummies.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only way we can do that is we can talk to our kids about food.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have here? We've got some really interesting products, right?
Yep.
So the reality is, okay, let's face it, Mom doesn't make a fresh meal every single night, right?
Yeah, not every single night.
Right. And you guys have hockey, and there's a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
So what I try to do is balance it. So some nights we'll use some of these chicken breast tenders, right? And we'll make a big salad, right? And some rice. And so what I try to do is mix and match, because the reality is when you have kids and you have busy lives, we're going to eat some packaged food, and we have to set people up for success and not for failure. So we just are very, very careful about the choices that we make, right?
Yep.
So what are your favorite foods?
Well, my first favorite food is ice cream, really.
Oh my, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, my really first favorite food is the kind of beans my mom makes.
You love rice and beans. You've
love
loved that
rice.
since you were a baby.
Yeah.
With like sliced avocado on top.
Yeah.
I can name some. You love pizza, right?
But don't eat too much of it.
Don't eat too much of it. What else? You love ice cream.
My baby.
You love ice cream, right? But you eat
Yeah.
a lot of salad.
I eat a lot of salad. That's
Right.
one thing.
Do you find that you teach your friends about food? Do you talk to them about food?
Yeah, me and my friend Olivia, we like to adventure about foods. So we like to try a lot of new things.
Right.
Like bean cake.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
And how do you feel in your heart when you see some of your friends eating things that you know are not good for them?
Yeah, like some of my friends eat like strawberry yogurt, have strawberry yogurt and
But that's okay.
apple.
Some of those yogurts are okay.
yes, some of them are, but some only eat like yogurt ham and like no kale or something.
Right.
Yeah, no kale. Like
So do you
stuff
like to
that's-
teach them, do you think?
Yeah, I like to teach them.
You do like to teach them. So you think you talk to them a little bit about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really important for all of you at home to start to get educated to be able to talk to your kids about food, because that's really important,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And there's a lot of misinformation out there. So we're hoping to be a place that people can come to and get some very valuable information.
Yep.
You know, how about your brother?
Well,
That's what I want to know about.
he's not really an adventurer either. He like every night he like wants dessert, but he doesn't always get dessert because he has 4 cavities and he's 3 years old.
I know. Well, you know, he has your dad's teeth, right?
Yeah. And me and my mom have good teeth.
Oh, well, we'll think.
Sort
we'll see.
of.
Well, we think so, right?
Yeah, we think so.
We think so. But the problem with Hunter, the hardest thing with Hunter is that he's a very picky eater.
Yeah.
And so it makes things really hard sometimes
And
in our family.
he doesn't even like kale, really.
No,
But
he doesn't.
people like what they want to eat. Like,
People do like what they want to eat.
so like, if I was a picky eater and I was the only one who liked ham
Right?
in my school and I only ate ham,
Right?
and after when I had the dessert, I only get dessert like once a day.
Once a week at school.
At school.
Right.
So, what if I ate all that ham
Right?
and then I ate that whole cookie with milk? How would I feel?
You know what? You don't really eat ham, so you probably wouldn't feel good.
I don't like it.
Right, but some people love it. And
Yeah.
for people who are used to eating it, it probably feels okay. But too much of anything,
Yeah.
okay, is going to be uncomfortable,
Yeah.
right? So let's just take a look at some of these other products here, because what I like to point out is there is a healthier alternative for a lot of the processed foods that we see out there. And we don't always have to choose the foods with hydrogenated oils and artificial colors and flavors and preservatives. And so it's important to know that there are options. And you'll see after the show, you can go to my website at stephaniesacks.com and you can get resources that will back up everything that we're talking about on this show. But we'll tell you more about that later. So some of these products here, we've got macaroni and cheese. Right? Mm-hmm. What else? You and your brother like?
We like this kind of pizza.
Right, the Amy's Pizzas, which are great.
Amy's Pizzas.
And we've got some waffles.
Waffles.
Right.
But my brother can't have this brand because he's allergic.
Well, your brother can't eat gluten.
Yeah, he can't eat gluten.
He can't eat gluten. What I want to do now is Jack and I are going to jump into the kitchen, and we're going to cook some turkey tacos and some sautéed kale with garlic. And we're going to make a kid-friendly meal, right? Something that we love at home, and hopefully it will give you guys some tools to be able to make some healthier food for your kids. So we'll be right back. Welcome back to Chew on This. Today I have my special guest, my son, Jack Deck, and this is our very first show. So this is a really special occasion. We're both new at this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So today's show is about how to keep our kids healthy. And we've been talking about that, right?
Yeah.
And what we're going to do now is do a couple of items that we cook at home.
Yep. It is
pretty standard. What are we cooking today?
We are cooking sautéed kale and turkey tacos.
Turkey tacos, because we love turkey tacos at home. So we're going to start out by turning the stove on. Now, a parent should always be with their kids when you're in the kitchen, and always at the stove specifically. Jack has been around the kitchen quite a bit with me, so he is pretty adept in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But it takes time to get a kid to respect the kitchen, especially fire and knives. Yeah. So we're turning our pan on here, right? Can you put some olive oil in for me?
Which one?
Into this pan. This is where our turkey tacos are going to go, right? Perfect. Okay. We love olive oil. And now we have some chopped onions. Can you put those in for me, please?
All of them?
Yep, all of them. Just dump the whole bowl in. Okay? And this is a great way to get your kids involved in cooking. If you're not letting them chop just yet,
it's all right, because maybe when they get a little older, they can
chop, right?
Yeah.
So what we do here with the onion is we cut it like this, and then we slice it into little pieces. Helps hold the onion together when you don't cut all the way through. Right, Jack? Should we put the rest of this in?
I think so, yeah. I think we should.
Yeah? Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here. Why don't you mix it around? Okay, there you go. Good job. And I'm going to smash some garlic, a very easy way to break garlic instead of sitting here and peeling this off, which I find that a lot of people do. You can just take it and smash, just like so. And you peel the skin off.
And put it in.
And then you
cut it,
right?
And then put it in.
This is called mincing, right?
Yep.
Rough chopping, and now we're mincing, right? Just do a light mince there. And put that in, right? So Jack's got that going. And then what we like to do is at this stage, we add our spices. And what happens is the aroma of the spices will come out. So we've got our chili powder here. Can you put that in, please? Yeah. Put it all in. Mix that around. Great. Ooh, those onions are making me cry.
Me too, a little.
A little bit? And you want to put our cumin in, and this is ground cumin.
Could you, please?
Oh.
I think you should.
Now he's telling me what to do. There you go. We like to get a little messy in the kitchen at home.
Yeah.
My mother always tells me that she has never seen such a messy chef.
But chefs are always messy.
Well, this is our arts and crafts kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. Okay. So now, why don't we put our black beans in?
Yep, black beans in.
There you go. So we like to put the beans in with the turkey. It adds nice substance and flavor. Good. Beautiful. Okay. And should we put our tomatoes in? And we got some fire roasted tomatoes there. So it's going to add a nice...
Why is it off?
It's not off. When you put the liquid in,
Oh, yeah.
right, it has to heat up. So let's get that cooking. Okay, let that go. Okay, good, perfect. All right.
Let's get the sides.
Okay, so let's let that cook and we'll jump on the kale. The important thing when you're in a kitchen is...
You always have, and there's one thing else. You always have to keep your eye on the pot.
Always have to keep your eye on the pot, right? And on the flame. We're working with an electric stove right now. It's a little different. We have the...
It's a little dangerous.
We have gas at home, right?
Yeah, gas.
So we have the
I
fire.
think gas is a little better.
You do?
Yeah, because electric, I don't think is better.
We're not used to it.
Yeah, we're not used to it.
We're not used to it, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to let this simmer, okay? And now we're going to jump on the kale. So let's see. Can we turn this on here? Let's turn this on. Okay. And we like to keep the flame at kind of a medium.
7.
Okay.
So now...
So can you put this in? Now, kale is tough. Kale's a dark leafy green. It's extremely, extremely nutritious. And we'd love to see all the kids in the world eating it, but it's not a reality for a lot of kids. So what I like to do, dark leafy greens tend to have a bit of a bitter flavor. So what I like to do is cut that flavor with apple juice. It makes it a teeny bit sweet, right? All right, so we're going to smash some garlic again, right?
Yep.
And we're going to put the garlic in. We hear that going, right? That sounds delicious.
Yeah, and like when it bubbles a little, you shouldn't.
You can mix it around. Jack loves to cook, obviously, as you can all see. And he loves to create his own dishes at home and touch pots and pans and all the equipment all the time.
And I love to explore.
Yeah. So the important thing, I think, for everybody to realize is that you can get your kids involved in the kitchen, not only cooking, but in putting groceries away, in helping to prep, just pouring things. It's really, really important to get them around food at a young age, because what that does is that promotes a healthy relationship with food, and that's what we're trying to do here. Okay, so Jack, you want to put your kale in?
Yes.
Okay. What I like to do is cut the kale in smaller pieces. Tends to be a little more palatable that way. And once this cooks down, Jack, what you're going to do is we'll take this other bunch of kale, and instead of a child using a knife, they can just pick little pieces off and put it right in. Can you put that back on the burner, buddy? This right here.
Okay. Yeah.
You got it? Okay.
Well, some kids can use a knife if they're in the kitchen for a long time.
Right? Yeah, you've been using a knife for a long time, right? With Mom watching you? Okay, so now I think, all right, let's leave that. And now I think we're ready to put our turkey in. Good job. Can you do that? You need help?
I got it.
Got it?
I think so, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'll take that, sir. And mix that around. Make sure. Yep. Good job. Good job.
It's pretty hard. You have to get used to this.
Yeah.
Like my mom.
Right? Here, let me take this from you. Okay, mix it around. Okay. Now, what you can do, Jack, we like to make tacos really fun at home. I find that if you can't get the kids to help cook, a really good way to also get the kids involved is to help them put their food together. So one of the things I love to do is create meals where the kids can pick and choose what they want. So whether it's a salad or a taco, we have 3 dishes right here that is cheese and sour cream, and Jack's going to finish that off by putting some salsa in there. And you're too much. And then we're going to assemble the tacos. So if they're part of the assembly process, I think that that's a great way to get them involved too. Does Hunter like to cook? Hunter's Jack's little brother, and he's 3 1/2.
He likes to mess around in the kitchen.
He does? Okay.
Me and my mom love to cook, but my brother's pretty messy.
He is messy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're using here turkey meat that's raised without, the turkeys were raised without any antibiotics. Poultry's not given hormones. It's the antibiotics that we have to be concerned with. So I like to buy meat that's vegetarian fed, raised humanely, no antibiotics, and sometimes, ideally, it's great to buy organic, but it's not practical for a lot of people. So what I like to recommend is just look for the brand then that is without any antibiotics, humanely raised, and vegetarian fed. Those are the 3 important things to consider. Okay, that's looking beautiful, Jack. Can you break this apart and put little pieces in there now? And maybe this is better for you to mix it around.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, you have. I think we need to really turn this down now, right?
Yeah.
Let's take this off here for a minute. Well,
There's one thing about cooking, though. Some things can burn you and pinch you.
okay, I'm going to put this over here for a second so that can cool down. Okay, and let's grab a plate that we can put our finished kale on.
Yeah.
Getting a little messy over there?
Yeah, I don't care, though.
You don't care?
This is what cooking's about.
Right, having fun, right?
Yep.
Because we like to make it kind of an arts and crafts kitchen. Okay, and we're going to pour a little apple juice in. Look at that. Whoa! You're making a mess.
Yeah, but that's what cooking's about. Having fun.
You're too much. Okay, so some other greens, careful. Careful, let me take this from you here. Some other greens that you can do this with are spinach. You can do it with bok choy, chard, collard greens. Okay, and this is looking good too. You want to put a little salt in there? Okay, perfect. Perfect, that looks beautiful. Okay, all right, let's mix that around. Take that.
See, but if you're cooking with metal sometimes, like with these, it could get really hot.
Yeah.
So.
And you don't want to use metal if you're using coated pans. So you want to use something that's wooden
Like
or
this.
right, exactly. But these pans aren't coated, so. Okay, guys. All right. Now, Jack, can we plate that kale? We'll turn this off.
Off.
Okay. I'm going to pick this up. Okay, and you can push the kale on here. Wow, look how beautiful that looks. Wow, good job, good job. Okay, we can put that there. Now, can you please do me a favor and finish that off? Okay. Good. Getting our tacos all ready. Perfect. Let's toss some salt in here. Right, and we're using kosher salt. I just love to cook with kosher salt, right?
Yeah.
You want to mix?
Yeah.
There you go. Good job. And you can do this dish without beans very easily if the kids have aversions to beans, but you can also do it just with beans and vegetables. That's what I love about a lot of these recipes is that you can mix and match. So what I'm trying to do here is just give you a foundation and some techniques to start doing with your kids. So, Jack, I want to ask you something while we're waiting for this to finish. Is there anything you want to tell anybody?
Not really.
No?
I don't. Well, if you, there's some pots that you can cook with some stuff, but if it's Not good for the pots. Don't use that kind of pot.
How about foods to try at home? Can you encourage some kids to try different foods at home?
Not really.
No?
Yes.
Kale? Turkey tacos?
Yeah.
Huh? What do you think about that?
Let me go to the bathroom.
Okay. Sorry. While Jack is taking his... You gotta love 6-year-olds. So while Jack is taking his break, I'm going to finish this off. And we are finishing our turkey tacos. You can see it's almost done. And then we'll put them in the taco shells and finish off with some cheese and sour cream and salsa. And it's a meal. So what I would like to leave everybody with, because it's so, so important to do this, is talk to your kids about food. But to talk to your kids about food, you have to educate yourselves. And if you go to my website at stephaniesacks.com, you can get a lot of information on resources to call on to be able to learn some critical information, very basic information, to be able to start to talk to your kids. If you can't talk while you're at the dinner table or grocery shopping or unloading groceries, you're not doing a justice to the kids. We need to start talking to them for them to be healthy and for us to be healthy, okay? And get the kids involved. Get them in the kitchen. You can do so many things with them, like I've said. Really, really important and really fun. It's an arts and crafts kitchen. I have a friend who has 2 girls, and all she does are art projects with her daughters. And I couldn't bear to do it. And I feel terribly guilty that I can't do that with my kids. But what I do is I get into the kitchen with them all the time. Jack, welcome back. Okay, so we are finishing our turkey tacos here, right? How's that looking?
Really good.
Does that look really good? All right. Well, thank you, everybody. And we look forward to next episode.